Hello, here we are on Density Practice Problems Level 2. So this one's going to be a little bit trickier. We're going to have 2 steps to each problem. So we're going to find the density first. We're going to find the volume first. Then we're going to find the density using the volume that we found. So hopefully you've already watched the first video. If you haven't, stop this one. Go back up to number 1 and watch that video. It's got good stuff in it. Okay? All right, so let's look right here. This question, so my paper is going to show you this number right here, okay? So if I'm saying number 1 and we're on number 3, I need you to know this is the paper that I'm going to be showing you how to do things on, okay? So try not to get confused, okay? So the question is, what is the volume of the rectangular prism in the picture? So you can, let me preview this right fast because I want you to see what this is going to look like. So this is what yours is going to look like. And if you can't see your numbers in there, you can click on this picture and it should get bigger for you. Okay, so we have 2 centimeters by 7 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So let me pull my paper up, and if you were in class, this is what you would see. It's the same questions, only we're doing it on a piece of paper rather than on the form on the computer. So first thing we need to figure out is the volume, and like we just saw, volume is length times width times height, and you get all 3 of those numbers right here in this picture. So your length is 2 centimeters, so I'm going to put 2 centimeters. Remember, your units are so important. This is science class. This is not math class. We need to know what we're looking at, and the only way we're going to know that is by the units. Okay, so our length is 2 centimeters. Our width is 7 centimeters, and our height right here is 3 centimeters. Okay, so we've got that information. We're going to plug it into our calculator, and once we do that, we're going to find that our volume is 42 centimeters cubed. Remember, you've got 1, 2, 3. That's where our little 3 is going to come from. Okay, so there's your volume. So your answer to number, let's see here when I get back over there. Okay, so your answer to number 3 is going to be 42 centimeters because we just did the math on it, right? Well, now let's go down and look at number 4. Same problem here. You see that number 1? Same one. This is using the volume from the question above. What is the density of the rectangular prism in the picture? So we've still got the same numbers. So let's look and figure out our density. So density equals mass divided by volume. Our mass, it tells us right up here in the picture, is 21 grams. Okay, so we're going to divide that by the volume that we just figured out. Our volume is 42 centimeters cubed. And if we plug that in our calculator, we're going to divide 21 divided by 42, and that equals 0.5. And remember, our units are so important. All we're going to do is grab them and bring them down. So the first one is grams, and then remember we say per, just like miles per hour. We've got grams per centimeter cubed. Okay, so our answer for the number 4 right here, what is the density of the rectangular prism in the picture? Our density was 0.5. So that's the answer we said we would click on right there. Let's go ahead and do the next set together. So you see our picture right here. See how we've got number 2 right there? Number 6, we're finding the density of number 2. We're just 2 steps for each of these, okay? So this is what is the volume of the rectangular prism in the picture. So let's pull our paper back up here, okay? We've got volume equals length times width times height. Our length is at 7 centimeters, okay? Our width is 5 centimeters, and our height is this number right here. So that's 6 centimeters. And we're going to multiply those together. So when we plug those in our computer, 7 centimeters times 5 centimeters times 6 centimeters, that total is going to be 210. So I'm going to put 210 right there. And we can't forget our units. Our units are going to be centimeter cubed. Okay, so 210 centimeters cubed. Let's go look at our form again, and there's 210 centimeters cubed right there. Okay, so now that we have our volume for this problem right here, let's go to the next question. Using the volume from the question above, what is the density of the rectangular prism in the picture? So we've got our volume. We just figured that out right here. So it's 210 centimeters cubed. Now we need to find our density, our mass first, because density equals mass divided by volume. Our mass is 42 grams. And our volume, we just found it right here, is 210 centimeters cubed. Okay, so we're going to plug 42 grams divided by 210 in our calculator, and we get 0.2 grams. Remember, we're bringing down our units per centimeter cubed. Okay, so we're going to go back to our form, and we're going to select 0.2 for our answer. Okay, so I think we'll do one more together, and then I'm going to cut you loose. I want you to go do the rest of them on your own. But remember, I want you working this out on a piece of notebook paper, just how we did everything else. If you will take a picture of that notebook paper and email it to me, you're not going to be able to attach it as work on this assignment, but if you email it to me, I'm going to be able to give you your extra credit on this assignment. Okay? Let's see, number 7. You see on my paper in front of me, it's going to be number 3, but we're on number 7. Okay, so we need to find the volume of the rectangular prism in the picture. So let's go to our paper. All right, so remember, to find volume, we do length times width times height. Okay, so volume equals, and here's our length, 12 centimeters. Here's our width, 2 centimeters. And here's our height, 8 centimeters. So when we plug that into our calculator, we are going to get 192 centimeters cubed. So we've got 192 centimeters cubed is our volume. So we would go back to our form. We're going to select the right option, so 192 centimeters cubed. And that's it for that one. So down here it says, using the volume from the question above, what is the density of the rectangular prism in the picture? See, right here, we've got our number 3. Right here, we've got our number 3. So we know we're working on the right one. Okay, so we need to find the density. So let's go back and do that. Okay, density equals mass divided by volume. Here's our mass for this one right there. So we've got, let me go back up here. What is happening? There we go, 48 grams. So 48 grams divided by the volume that we just found. So that's 192 centimeters cubed. Okay, so we plug that in our calculator. We've got 48 divided by 192, and that's going to equal 0.25 grams, because we're moving our units down, per centimeter cubed. So there's another one finished. Let's come back over to our form. 0.25 is our answer for that one. Okay, now I want you to go ahead and we'll stop this video. I want you to work through the rest of them on your own. Whenever you get to the end, scroll back up, check your work. I want to see this, like I said, on a piece of paper. I want you to email it to me. If you try to do this without the paper, I'm afraid it's just going to get too confusing. I put these pictures in here like this for you so you could see the setup that I want you to have on that paper for each question. Okay? Y'all know if you have any questions or you have any problems, you send me an email or ask me in the questions channel. You're amazing, and we'll see you in a couple questions down.